Ride for Climate event at the UN Climate Change Conference got participants out of the halls and onto bikes for a brisk 10-kilometer ride along Germany's Rhine River. The ride put a spotlight on cycling as a zero-emissions form of transport and on the role of forests in the global effort to keep warming under 2 degrees Celsius. And it showed how a UN agency and a professional cycling team can ride together on the path to a greener future.
Well, in a way, the forests have chosen us because they're 1/3 of the solution to implementing the Paris Agreement. If we are to save the planet, we need to save the forests. A forest is the world's own carbon capture and sequestration mechanism. It's carbon storage of tremendous proportions. But once you deforest, once you open new agricultural lands, you actually make those forests a source of emissions. Bringing different actors to the table to discuss and act on forests is very important. Not only governments can do this, but civil society, indigenous communities, and not least the business community has an incredibly important role to play because they're the sourcer of much of the wealth of the forests, and they can do that sustainably.
We have very few years to avoid a runaway climate scenario. When it comes to forests, of course, it's reducing deforestation and it's increasing forest cover. How do we do that over the next few years? Increasingly, it is being recognized that the private sector plays and will play a fundamental role. As we have observed here at COP23, is already committing to take out deforestation out of the supply chain, making sure that what they produce, what they sell, what they buy doesn't cause deforestation.
Slipstream Sports, the parent company of the Cannondale Drapac Pro Cycling Team, has embraced the challenge. They're using their marketing and branding expertise to help inspire others to make climate-friendly choices. During presentations at the event, Slipstream President Matt Johnson explained that the company wants to send a strong climate message. They developed the Less Than 2 Degrees brand and initiative to keep the spotlight on progress under the Paris Agreement. The same legs that powered the team during the Tour de France wore socks with the Less Than 2 Degrees message. Their approach is to identify and mobilize the use of climate-friendly products and services.
You are here because you have the determination of a rider in the middle of a race. You are here because you never give up until you have climbed up that mountain.
Most of the time you ride actually in a forest, you train in a forest. I'm coming from a sport that's also much more team sport than people think. For everything you have to work together to accomplish something. So also in this matter I think the more people getting involved and the more people who spread out the word, it's better. The more the better, I think.
And how was that ride?
I loved it, and it was great to be outside. It was great to be with so many people who were keen about being together, taking a bike and thinking about forests and how we can keep it standing on this planet. So I really enjoyed it.